Hey guys, welcome to Foosless Forex, and today I'm going to show you how to make a proper tunnel trade. And as you see here on my chart, let's go to this one, it's not so jumbled up. The first thing you're going to see here is three different exponential moving averages. The first is going to be a 169 period moving average, next is going to be a 144 period, and then we're going to use a 12 period as our filter here. Now, what you'll see whenever you get those on your screen typically is the tunnel that's created. So you see my cursor moving through the tunnel. A tunnel is created, and what you're looking for is price action to puncture the tunnel. Now, once the price action does puncture the tunnel, typically you're going to already have an entry order set up to catch that. So, for instance, on this trade, I had an entry order set up here right around 95.97. And once that punctured, it went ahead and set our trade up. And also, before then, you're even going to want your stops and your limits set up so you know exactly what trade you're going to be getting yourself into. Now, as you see it punctured through here, I was able to set up a stop only about 18 pips above my last one. I'm going to pull up this other chart here. It's a little bit closer view. I'm going to zoom out and show you where I got my stop area from, or how I set my stop. What I did is I went ahead and drew a Fibonacci line from the bottom of this spike here to the top of it, and that created a nice little area for me to see exactly where I wanted to place my stops. Now, this trade actually worked out a little bit better. The fib line actually rode up here right alongside our 144 period moving average, which gave me a nice resistance line. And as you see here, it came up and it actually almost touched that fib line, came back down, came up and did it once more, just a few pips away from my stop. Now on the limit, typically I actually did a little bit smaller trade here. I only did one lot of 10K, so I wasn't able to take any profits yet, but typically I'd go ahead and take profits at different levels, just depending on what we see on our charts. As you see here though, I do have my limit set here. I just went ahead and set my limit at this low right before we got this spike. And I'm actually, if you look up here, it's hard to see right now, I'm actually in right now short, and I'm 55 pips ahead, 54 now, 55 pips ahead of the game. So what you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and take my stop. We're going to move our stop on down here. So we're going to go ahead and make sure no matter what we're going to take profits. And we're going to go ahead and set it right up here. We're going to set our stop here, and the only reason I picked that is just due to the lows we have here, and also I'm using the filter as a little guidance line here. So once the filter moves on down, I'm going to follow it with my stop, just right above it though. I never really want to be under it. I'm just doing it now because I don't think it's going to spike up yet, but I never want to be above it, so I'm just going to go ahead and follow the filter down. And I'm going to leave my limit here for right now, but later on I don't know how much you guys can see with the way YouTube compresses your videos, but later on, actually I might as well just do it right now. I'm going to go on down to the next low. As you see right here, I got this nice low here. We're going to go ahead and move on down to our low. So now that we're in this trade, we can't lose anything. And so no matter what, we're going to make money, but we want to go ahead and try to make as much off of this as possible. And depending on the market, we might go ahead and take it out later, but I'd like to at least get another 50 pips out of this trade. As you see too, I had my stop set up here. We'll zoom back in a little bit. I had my stop right above this fib line, and that's at 96.15 if you can't see it from there. And we actually entered the trade right here at 95.98. So we only were risking 17 pips, which is the way you want to trade this Vegas tunnel method. just due to the fact that a lot of times you'll get a lot of whipping around the tunnel and you'll lose on trades, but all it takes is this one good trade to make up for all the losses plus some. I figure I'm gonna make at least, right now we're planning to make at least 100 pips on this trade. So even if we did get some whipping action and we had our stops on this tunnel set 20 pips away every time, then that's a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. So we could actually lose 5 trades and then hit that one good trade, and we're still going to come out even. Typically it's only going to take 2 to 3 times at the most before you do get that one good breakout. And then after that it could be anywhere from an hour to, well, from minutes to 4 or 5 hours. Alright guys, just to reiterate, I'm going to go back to this other chart. It's 2 moving averages, 169, 144, and a 12 period filter. And these are exponential moving averages. And we're going to jump in on the breakout of the tunnel. We're going to set our stops. Depending on exactly what we're using to set our stops as to where we'll put them. Sometimes it's a good 40 pips high. And same thing with the limit, just depends. But typically we're going for anywhere from 50 to 150 pips on the breakout. And just remember guys that every trading strategy can be altered and should be. Typically, I mean, you should always be altering your trading strategies to fit the market style, and you should always be changing your trading strategies in order just to make more money.